Chapter 15 in Close Quarters. After the fire trucks have pulled away, you sit on Charles' sofa with your head in your hands, legs trembling. Aunt Bella's house is gone. Yvette gently offers you a glass of strawberry lemonade. I thought this might help calm your nerves. Thank you, sweetie, but there's no calming this. Sadie burned my house down. I know it. Charles takes the glass from Yvette, placing it on the coffee table, and squeezes in beside you. Let's not worry about that right now. All that matters is that you're safe. How can I not worry? I don't have a home. My house has literally went up in smoke. I don't even have a place to sleep. I can't even begin to wrap my head around what just happened. Well, I can tell you one thing. You really deserve a break for the next few days. For real, forget the investigation and the soap opera level drama on Vermilion Lane. A break would be nice if I had somewhere to take one. Charles takes your hand. Well, how about here? You can stay with me and Yvette until your house is rebuilt. Are you sure? Both of you? Faith, your house burned down, duh. You can stay here. I just hope you like the Real Housewives, because I watch every franchise. That's 2 out of 3. What do you say, partner? Want to make it unanimous? A Real Housewives marathon is in order. Yes. I would be so down. It's a date, then. You reach to give her a hug without thinking, and to your surprise, she returns it. A wave of emotion washes over you. You don't know how much this means to me. Oh no, Dad. She's crying. Do something. Faith, you've been through a lot in the past 24 hours. Why don't I take you upstairs to get some rest? That sounds exactly like what I need right now. There's plenty of strawberry lemonade. If you need to pick me up, just text me. You shoot her a look of appreciation, then take Charles's hand and follow his lead upstairs. You get ready for bed and then nestle next to Charles, laying your head on his chest. You and Yvette are so sweet for letting me stay. It's really not a problem. You're welcome here as long as you'd like. Still, I feel like this is a sign. You were just telling me to let the investigation go, and I wouldn't listen. Clearly, you were right. Whoa. I didn't ask you to stay here because it's my good deed for the day. I did it because I care about you. He gives you a squeeze, his eyes staring intently into yours. I want you here. For now. Just wait until I get comfortable and start snacking in bed. Snack all you want. My house is your house. Just make sure you steer clear of the shed in the backyard. All my carpentry tools are in there. It's dangerous. You know, I think I can manage that. I learned a long time ago not to come between a man and his tools. A wise woman. I knew I liked you. He warmly presses his lips against your forehead. Now sleep, Faith. You're safe here with me, I promise. Soothed by the sentiment and his firm embrace, you close your eyes and drift off into a sound sleep, your mind finally at ease. A week later, you and Charles are cooking together in the kitchen, the picture of domestic bliss. Can you pass me the brown sugar already on it? Hand him a perfectly level cup. He kisses you lightly on the lips, but pulls away when Yvette walks in. I know you're still in the honeymoon phase, and I love that for you, but is today the day we finally venture outside? You can't stay cooped up forever. You wash a bowl at the sink, careful not to look out the window at what's left of your house. Yvette, let's call it a mental health break. Outside will see me when I'm ready to see it. I don't mean to sound like a jerk, but what if you're never ready? Yvette, let's just eat, please. Yvette takes a seat at the table, and as the three of you sit down at breakfast, you put all your thoughts of the fire behind you. Homemade waffles made with love. Charles, you were right about the hint of nutmeg. These are incredible. You look up to find his gaze on you, his lip caught between his teeth. I told you. Under the table, his foot caresses yours, his light touch, enough to send chills down your spine. A little goes a long way. They taste like regular waffles to me. Charles raises his eyebrows at you in challenge, and you fight back a smile. No, there's definitely something there. Something special. I should take a seductive bite. You spear a bite onto your fork and part your lips, easing the fork through, just so. And you're rewarded as he sucks in a sharp breath, his gaze lingering on you with an intense flash of heat. You lick at the sticky, sweet syrup coating your lips, and Charles's eyes drift to your mouth. I see what you mean. They're definitely, sweet. Ooh! You two know I can see you, right? The moment breaks and your face goes hot. Charles laughs, and the whole family moment makes your heart ache. I could get used to this life. After breakfast, you and Charles wash the dishes together in front of the sink, hip to hip, splashing each other with water. Hey, sorry, did I get you? Let me just, He takes the faucet hose and aims it at you as you yelp, Yvette dry heaves. Okay, I can't take it anymore. I'm gonna go hang with some people my own age. Text you later. Have fun. Be safe. The second you hear the front door slam shut, Charles hooks a hand around your waist. Now, where were we? He pulls you in for a sultry kiss, nipping at your bottom lip. You go weak in the knees, the countertop at your waist, catching you fall. Charles. Shouldn't we at least wait for her to clear the porch? What if she comes back? The longer we wait, the less time we have. And I want to take my time. I think we can spare a few seconds. I know, it's just, you living here is like a dream come true. I keep thinking I'll wake up and find out you aren't really real. Still? Still. But I know just the way to prove my theory. Charles leads you to the bathroom and cranks the shower on. Take a shower with me. If you don't melt away, then I'll know for sure this isn't all just a fantasy. And you're sure this isn't just an excuse to get me naked? Would that be the worst thing? He slowly unbuttons his shirt, baring his chiseled chest and abs before pulling you in for a passionate kiss. The HOA is always honest about conserving water. Showering together would be neighborly thing to do, I agree. You reach for his zipper, and he tugs off your clothing until every scrap of fabric between you is in a pile on the floor. You press your forehead to his as the room fills with steam. Living with you has been so easy, like we've been together for years. He holds your gaze for a long moment, and the intensity in his eyes takes your breath away. I think this is the happiest I've been since Iris. Charles, you don't have to say that. She was your wife, mother of your child. I get it if I can't compare. I mean it, Faith, and I'm so sorry I said her name last week when we were... Remember, it's not every day the man you're seeing calls you another woman's name. He draws a deep breath and you give him the space to speak his mind. It's hard for me to explain, but I guess I've been feeling guilty. It's not like I ever ended things with Iris. She was taken away from me. As much as I want this, sometimes I feel like I'm disrespecting her memory. I understand that. If we need to slow down... Grips you closer, shaking his head. When I saw your house on fire that night, when I thought I might lose you, it was a wake-up call I needed. I'm done fighting how I feel, and now that Yvette's given us her blessing, there's nothing holding me back. Charles, what are you saying? I'm saying that I'm falling in love with you, Faith. I look at honesty more strongly than love. Thank you for being honest with me. The whole time I was worried you were getting cold feet. It means a lot to know that you want this too. You press a kiss to his lips, and immediately he deepens it, brushing your tongue with his. Charles, you're acutely aware of the planes of his body pressed against yours, sticky with the steam of the room and the hardened length between his thighs. Your body craves him. Your hands begin to wander, teasing and biting until he whispers in your ear, I need you. You know where this is gonna go. Breakfast was a lot. I don't want to make her resent me. But before he can say a word, you're interrupted by the continuous ringing of the doorbell. What the hell? Whoever that is, they are not letting up. Ugh, guess we should get dressed. Together you dress and rush downstairs, only to reveal the last person in the world you want to see. Took you long enough? Oh, God. Been less than 12 hours? Well, no, it's been a few days. You're lucky we opened the door at all. We were busy. Her mouth puckers as she takes in your wet hair and hastily donned clothes. I hope that shower wasn't more than 7 minutes. I don't want to have to write you up for wasting water. Is there a reason you're here? Well, there is a small issue of Faith's house. You eye the pile of rubble you've been purposely avoiding over her shoulder. What house? Oh, my point exactly. It is an improvement from the decrepit structure you once called a home. But what's left after the fire is still just an eyesore. I expect you to deal with it as soon as possible. I can't believe you even show your face here. I know you burned down my house. She dramatically clutches her chest. Me, Faith, that's quite the accusation. My house was literally going up in flames and I saw you celebrating with a glass of Pinot. I'll go, but only because I'm running late for my massage appointment. Elias waits for no one, but FYI. She leans in close, lowering her voice to a whisper. You may be enjoying your little honeymoon fantasy, but you never know what secrets people hide in plain sight. Ta-da! Before you can fully process her words, she's gone. Definitely shouldn't have answered it. Won't make that mistake again. He slams the door shut and locks it for good measure. I'm going to stay home with you today and make sure you're okay. But don't you have a job to get to? I'll call my client, cancel. Sadie's making house calls more than counts as an emergency. Charles, I can't keep letting you do that. I don't want to interfere with your job. You have a daughter to go take care of. Go, I'll be fine. Okay, but call me if you need anything, okay? You nod your agreement and watch out the window as he leaves before settling into an empty house. You managed to distract yourself for the first hour, but her words kept echoing in your mind. Why would she say that? Because she's already tried to convince you that he's a murderer once, you're one, and all this other shit? It's what these people do, they manipulate. You stare out the window, your eyes quickly finding Charles's shed. Oh, of course. He was so insistent on keeping me away from that. Yes, insistent by stating it once. Was it really just for my own safety, or could Charles be hiding something? Against your better judgment, you find yourself standing in front of the shed. A nice-looking shed. Sorry, Charles. With some force, you're able to pry the doors open. As it swings open, your jaw drops. The shed is jam-packed full of tools, supplies, carpentry equipment, ready to topple over and bury you with one wrong move. Charles is right. The shed is an injury waiting to happen. Relieved, you're about to shut the door when a thought strikes you. Except I've Seeing what a neat freak he is, his closet, his garage all organized. Could this mess be by design to stop people from digging? Oh God, help us. Help us, seriously. What's hiding in this mess? You carefully step inside the shed, watching your step as you dodge open toolboxes, drawers overflowing with nails, drills, screwdrivers. Another toolbox. How many does one carpenter need? And a larger, more dangerous equipment. Is that a pole saw? I don't want to set that thing off. I'd like to exit the shed with all my limbs intact. Your eyes zero in on the back wall, a collection of wood carvings on display atop floating shelves. One shelf in particular holds multiple carvings of what seems to be the same bird, ranging in quality from very amateurish to exceptional. I don't think Charles had a thing for cardinals. Did he make these? Below the birds, you spot a carved wood box on a shelf. Like he made it to hold some important keepsakes. You admire the craftsmanship. I forget how talented he is. You open the lid to find a series of black and white Polaroids? They must have a special meaning for him to keep them all this time. Several of the photos feature a young man with a little boy, both of them holding up carved wooden birds. How cute. Examine the boy in the photos a bit more. Charles still looks the same, but who's the man? Is that his dad? You check the notion on the back of the photos. Oak Valley Fair, father-son wood carving competition. Charles, 11 years old. No wonder he loves the fair so much. He's been going since he was a kid. His dad must have introduced him to wood carving. That's sweet. Anyone who says that's an unusual hobby, we need to talk. I'm glad they had something to bond over. But I wonder why Charles doesn't talk to him or talk more about him. You put the box back in its place and reinspect the wooden cardinals. There are progression dates underneath them, from the late 90s to the late 2000s. His skills clearly improved as he got older. I can see why he became a carpenter, and I can see that I should never have listened to Sadie. There's nothing suspicious in Charles's shed. You cautiously make your way back out of the shed, but stop when you see a pair of blueprints hanging off the edge of Charles's work table. When you take a closer look, your body goes ice, or cold as ice. It looks so familiar. You scan the prints again to make sure your eyes aren't deceiving you, but they aren't. This is an exact replica of my house. Okay, Faye, think about this. There has to be a reasonable explanation. You rack your brain for one. Only I don't know what it could be. A guy who literally builds carpentry and woodworking. Perhaps he was thinking of rebuilding your house. I mean, I don't even have a copy of these plans. Why would he need them? You turn away, shaken, desperate to get out of this shed and into the sunlight. But as you approach the exit, something else catches your eye, a familiar flower scattered on the ground. What are these doing there? Your mind reels, your world crashing down in an instant. Behind you, a shadow looms as someone steps into the doorway. I thought I told you to stay out of here, Faith. But Charles, what is this flower? What are you doing with plans in my house? Were you planning to kill me this whole time? Well, I guess you've learned the truth. Time to kill you. Anyway, without further ado, thank you all once again for watching. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. Head down the description of the video. Plenty of things to check out there, ways to support, and ways to become more with the family or community that we have here. With that being said, once again, thank you all for watching. I don't know what else to say. I pretty much have said a little bit here or there in the video. Sorry about not picking the bounce chicka well scene, but pretty much I'm a little bit touch and go on those. You know, if we know that there's going to be, like, you know, build up and things that are able to be submitted in here, I'll do it, but if we're already literally clothesless and we're wanting to jump in the shower and go bow chicka wow wow, there's not much to, be built up there, right? And you know how YouTube is. They're very anti anything that's remotely close to that, unless it's for educational purposes. And that's YouTube's defense for some of these channels existing. Thank you all for once again for watching. Catch you all later. Peace out.